be able to see it, but I will have a couple girls just share briefly 30 seconds of what it looks like, and hopefully they can paint the picture for you in person. So Be Light Ministry, that's a name that God gave me. I was asking my husband, I said, I think it's time for us to actually get out there and brand it, because I believe more girls should actually be a part of this idea. And the idea actually started with my roommates about 4 years ago at our apartment. We just said, man, we're always working, we're always doing something, but we never really get time to spend together. So we all decided to have something in our house, and it was extremely therapeutic for us. Just girl time. I mean, we just let it all out and just, just having that moment with each other. And we just thought that was just so fantastic. And we said, you know what? We would like to continue to do that. So we continued as we were, living together just about every quarter of the year. And then just about a year ago, actually, once we departed from each other, I got married to my amazing husband. To God be the glory for that. And of course, we all separate with our different ways. But I said, you know what, girls? I think we still should continue this sleepover. But let's go lower. Let's go with the girls. It's like in middle school, high school, because at one point we were just doing college girls, and then, of course, adults. And then before I know it, my husband, he became the youth pastor here, and that opened up the gates for all these young girls that I see right here. And I said, why not go ahead and start with the girls right here at the church? So that's when we had our first high school girls sleepover in August, yes. And then we had our middle school girls sleepover in October. And then we recently just had our high school girls sleepover in December. And then the middle school is coming back up in February. So it's such a remarkable experience. It's such an experience that only I can say, from creating and, implementing different things, I can just say that it's amazing for us to actually plan it and be a part of it. But I want to speak to you about the foundation of it. So you may say be light. Everyone say be light?
Be light.
Yeah. So be light. So the foundation of that, it comes from Matthew 5, verse 14 through 16. It says, ye are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hid. Verse 15, neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but instead a candlestick. And it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Verse 16, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So not only is it just about, yes, you have a light within you, so shine, baby. Right? That's the biggest picture. You have been given a light. You have been blessed with something. So shine. But so many different circumstances and situations causes us not to shine. Causes us to dim our light. Causes us to forget that we even have a light. So there's so many different things that goes on. You see, by the time we get to be an adult, we don't even know what a light switch is. So that's why it's very important that as I'm speaking to these young girls, middle school and high school, all this was God-given. God-given. So I opened up the doors, asked my husband if it's okay. We open up the doors to our house, and they come to my house or our house, or we go to different places. But because of God, I know that this is going to be bigger than Washington Park. It's going to be bigger than Montgomery, Alabama. It's going to be bigger than Alabama within itself. Why? Because there are girls that are just like the ones that I talk to on a day-to-day basis out in Chicago, out in Texas, out in Tennessee, who are trying to see who is willing to reach back and help them. So it's starting right here, but it's not ending right here either. So within this, we first started, and I asked my husband, we have an account that's strictly for kingdom work. It's strictly for work involved with giving unto people or whatever the case may be. And we were using that for a couple months. And then I said, sweetie, we keep using this, we're not going to have nothing, okay? We're going to need to come up with something else. So I started sending out text messages to people that I knew. I said, hey, this was going on. We have a sleepover coming up, and I need your help, okay? Do you know somebody who has a house out in Birmingham that we can stay in? Do you know this? Do you know that? I go and meet these people. These are credible people, okay? So I go and meet these people, and I say, wow, this is a great spot. I think this would be great for the girls, this and that. And it happens. It happens. And last time I said, Lord, if this is something that you really want me to do, the goal was to goal. I think I text probably about 10 or 12 people. And just the word of mouth with pastor and everybody else. The goal was $500. By Saturday, the sleepover was that Friday, December 12th. I was giving myself about a month to raise money or so. The goal was $500. By that Saturday, December 13th, we had $910.
Amen.
$910. And that was all through just a text message. But see, I asked the Lord. I said, Lord, if this is what you want me to do, go ahead and raise $500. Go ahead. I'll go ahead and do the text messages, right? But you stir up the people's heart, okay? I'll go ahead and do the text, but you stir up their heart, Lord. But see, guess what? He said, I want you to do this. And I'm going to show you by giving you abundant $900. So I said, all right, great. We're doing it, girls. We're going to keep this train rolling. So it's such a remarkable experience. And my apologies once again for it not popping up. But real quick, just a component of a girls' sleepover. So we have one adventure or nature time because I don't believe in lazy women. So, and neither does the Bible. So I get them out in the nature. I get them moving, and I hear groans out, and we wake up real early, don't we, girls? Yes, we wake up real early, about 5 o'clock in the morning, 4:30-ish, to go out and experience it, and they hate it, but I love it. I come in the room, I say, great morning, girls, let's go. They're like, oh, Miss Davis. I said, I told you. All right, so we also do a spiritual message. We have food. We give them the best of the best with the food. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And also we have different icebreakers, activities, social time, and then of course dessert, and we let the girls cook the dessert, okay? Not the full meal, but maybe the dessert. And then we'll have big sister circle time, and typically they love that part because that's when we can, ask different questions, kind of let it all out. And I believe that's very, very big because mom is not around and, other people are not around when you typically don't feel comfortable with sharing with, with them being around. So we pour into them. And we pour into them based on our own experiences. So, and I have a picture up here with Trinity crossing the log last December. This was not planned whatsoever, but that's just how good God is. It was a log that was over a creek. And Summer, who were one of the big sisters, she was like the first one. She's like, let's cross it, girls. And the girls were like, no, not doing that one. But nope. Trinity had an amazing story with that because she was even a couple months ago, her being up here and singing, and that song she wrote. So, and Keziah writes her own songs as well. So, yes. Just a few months ago, I told Trinity, a few months ago, I said, Trinity, you need to be up here leading praise and worship. You have that within you. And she said, okay, but I'm not. So, and that was just it. And I'm like, all right, great. Well, you're not shining your light, but hey, one day you will. So her being up here is a very, very big step, especially in her spiritual walk and her gift. So I just want a couple girls just to stand up, maybe Trin and Keziah.
My experience, when Jada first told me about Be Light Ministries, I was honestly ecstatic. I thought that having other girls around me that were Christ-like and like to go to church and like to praise the Lord, like to learn about God, I thought that was a good influence on me because I haven't always had it in my life. And the sleepovers are always fun. But I always end up taking something away from that.
My experience with Be Like Ministry made me closer to Christ, and it helped me feel like somebody cared. And I'm glad that Jada does what she does because she helps impacting a lot of girls like me. Amen.
Come on. Okay? So looking for beyond just resources of money, because I do believe in a Father who will provide, especially for something that He has called me to do. But beyond just finances, also just help with building our website. As I stated before, we're branding it, we're stepping out the circle here. We want to, get it and, make sure it's all legit and everything. So website, social media, if you're, into all of that, just help with that. Airbnbs, if you know anyone who has property or anything of that nature, all I need for you to do is give me their name and number. I can do the rest from there. So I definitely appreciate it. Hotel or house, if you know someone who owns a hotel or manager or something like that, that can help us as well. Property, because I know they can get something from it. But see, I invite. But do y'all come? And I don't do that running around. Come on. You can't come, I understand. No problem. Maybe next time. Okay? But that's what it says right here. If we go back to the word, Romans 12, verse 1, therefore I invite you, brothers and sisters, and feel God's mercy to offer your bodies. I invite you to offer your body. I desire you to offer your body as a living sacrifice. So that means as Erica is in front of me, that's Christ, right? So no longer am I bound to the slavery of the world and slavery of sin, but I'm now bound to Christ and what He is doing, what He wants me to do. So my body is now a living sacrifice because I'm giving up everything else that used to please my flesh. I'm giving up everything else that once fulfilled me. And I'm looking for fulfillment through who?
God.
Christ. Okay? Another word, holy. Holy. It says to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice. Holy, and that means to be pure. That's what Keziah was singing about today. Purify me, Jesus. Because when we wrong, we all know that we're wrong, right? Yeah. When we're not doing what we know we need to be doing, we all know that we're not doing what we've been called to do, right? So it says right here, when you offer your body as a living sacrifice, holy, pure, cleansed. How do you become cleansed? Giving your life to Christ. Giving your life to Christ, saying no more to the world. No more to having sex outside of marriage. No more of hanging around negativity. No more of cussing and all this kind of stuff. No more of that. Jesus, this body is yours. All I do with it is going to honor you. So you're following, you're walking after Him. So let's continue to read Romans 12:2. Because see, the world is trying to really conform our minds and it's really trying to dig deep within our spirits and everything. And it seems like it's louder than the actual scripture and Christ. So let's go over to Romans 12:2. It says, and be not conformed. Okay, well some people say, well what does conform mean? To fit in or follow. And be not conformed